Hello, and welcome to our Veterans Day celebration. We are so excited that you've taken the time out of your busy schedule to join us today as we honor our nation's heroes, both present and past. And we want to say thank you. Thank you for all you have done for our country, and that we promise to fulfill your mission through our actions and beliefs, that we will make you proud. So sit back, relax, take a deep breath as we honor those veterans.
We would now like to say the Pledge of Allegiance. I invite you to please stand if you're able. Put your right hand on your heart. We look towards the flag and we say, I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Stars and Stripes for band.
Anthony E. Watson, Jr., U.S. Navy, 1968 to 1971, 2 tours, Vietnam.
Burnett Green, U.S. Army, 2 years, Vietnam.
Bill Roth, U.S. Army, 1969 to 1971, Vietnam.
Brad Wright, U.S. Army, 8 years.
Casey Carmichael, U.S. Air Force, 1997 to present time, Iraq and Afghanistan.
Clarence Persinger, Jr., military, 10 years.
Command Sergeant Major Norbert P. McGee, U.S. Army, 30 years.
Cyril Meyer, U.S. Marine Corps, 1945 to 1953, World War II and the Korean War.
Demetrius Mihal, U.S. Army, 1968 to 1971.
Dr. John Shelby, Captain, U.S. Navy Reserve, U.S. Navy, 27 years, Desert Storm, Fleet Hospital.
Dr. Ronnie Shelton, U.S. Air Force, 4 years.
Enrique Butler Sr., U.S. Army, 1981 through 1987.
Frank Artman, U.S. Army, 1968 to 1971.
Fred Joyner, U.S. Army, 2000 to 2005.
Gary L. Hopkins, U.S. Air Force, Vietnam Air.
Gary Stearman, U.S. Air Guard, 6 years.
Glenn Roush, U.S. Navy, 26 years.
Kevin Hayes Taylor, U.S. Army, 12 years.
Matt Heim, U.S. Army, 8 years, Operation Enduring Freedom.
Michael Powell, U.S. Air Force, Vietnam.
Morgan Wells, U.S. Army, Operation Iraqi Freedom.
Norbert McGee, U.S. Army, 30 years served.
Patrick Gullion Sr., U.S. Army, 1976 to 1981.
Paul David Atkinson, U.S. Navy, 1968 to 1972, 2 tours of duty.
Rick Braun, U.S. Navy, 1979 to 1982.
Robert Gullion Jr., U.S. Air Force, Munitions Specialist, 3.5 years, Vietnam.
Robert L. Gilbert, U.S. Army, 2 years.
Sergeant Brandon Cobb, U.S. Army, 8 years.
Stu Romke, U.S. Army, Vietnam.
Thomas M. Flynn, U.S. Army, Aviation, 33 years, Vietnam.
Master Sergeant Warren Huffman, U.S. Army, 20 years, Gulf War.
Wilfredo Velez, U.S. Army, 1994 to 1998.
William Cotton, U.S. Navy, Second Class Petty Officer, 1966 to 1970, 2 tours, South Vietnam.
Next, members of the 4th grade choral ensemble will perform Veterans, We Love You.
Put your lives out on the line, not once or twice, but all the time. You sacrificed to heed the call. You gave your best, you gave your all. You got to stand all day and night. You set the honor to do what's right. You kept us free, that's why it's true. All veterans, we love you. You put your lives out on the line, not once or twice, but all the time. You sacrificed to heed the call. You gave your best, you gave your all. You kept us safe for day and night. You served with honor to do what's right. You kept us free, that's why it's true. Oh, veterans, we love you.
I would like to now introduce Mr. Price's students who will be saying a poem, They Did Their Share.
On Veterans Day, we honor soldiers who protect our nation.
For their service as our warriors, they deserve our admiration.
Some of them were drafted, some were volunteers.
For some, it was just yesterday. For some, it's been many years.
In the jungle or the desert, on land or the sea.
They did whatever was assigned to produce a victory.
Some came back, some didn't. They defended us, were everywhere.
Some saw combat, some were at a desk. All of them did their share.
No matter what the duty, for low pay and little glory,
These soldiers gave up normal lives for duties mundane and glory.
Let every veteran be honored. Don't let politics get in the way.
without them, freedom would have died. What they did, we can't repay.
We owe so much to them who kept us safe from terror.
So when we see a uniform, let's say thank you to every wearer.
At this time, members of the 5th grade choral ensemble will perform We Will Remember.
In November, we all remember all the sacrifices made. With our heads bowed and in the silence, we will remember on this day. For our freedom you fought so bravely. Now we mourn your unlived years. You will surely not be forgotten. We will remember with our tears. We will remember all that you fought for and how you faced our
Thank you for joining us virtually today. We want you to know that we love you and we care about you, and this is just a small way that we can say thank you and appreciate all that you have done for us and our country. And with closing, I'd like to say a poem. It's Veterans Day by Cheryl Dyson. On Veterans Day, we honor all who answered to a service call. Soldiers young and soldiers old fought for freedom, brave and bold. Some have lived while others have died. We're proud of all of our soldiers who kept thinking of that red, white, and blue. They fought for us and all our rights. They fought through many days and many nights. And though we may not know each name, we thank all veterans just the same. Thank you so much for being part of our program today.